What's going down? Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Ev Rogers. We are here for a very special episode of the Keep It Clean podcast. We
Yes,
always
sir.
come in and keep it a buck, keep it a bean, and keep it clean. And it's just two right now. It's the mighty duo. It's Ev and your boy Ray. And before we get to Ray, I just want y'all to know what we're doing here. We just want y'all to know it's morphin time, man.
It's more
It's
than
a
time.
very special episode. The 32-year anniversary of the series that we love the most is here. I'm ready to turn it over to my boy Ray. Ray, how you doing today, man?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. I'm here to really kick it into high gear before we pick out our favorite suits, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. We are popping off on YouTube. We are popping off on TikTok. We are also going crazy on Instagram, and the Twitter is coming to you soon for the Keep It Clean show. This is going to be the Keep It Clean podcast one-off. We are doing the Power Ranger edition.
Yes, sir.
We are here for it. Where you want to start, my brother?
Man, I don't want to go in too much detail of the show. It's a long story that we gotta go through, but we super fans, so we gonna get right to it. So
Facts
I
plus
just
facts.
and to get that little breakdown, I just want to see what is your earliest memory of the show?
My earliest memory of the show, I think it was so I at the time was living in Del Rio, Texas. That's where Pops was stationed at the time, right? Big Looney Tunes kid.
Mm,
The only thing at the around the age of, I think I was about either 4 or 5, the only thing that they could change the channel from my older brothers when they were watching me was when Power Rangers came on. I don't remember the specific episode. I do remember trying to figure out why were all these gray people running around the TV screen, right? Like I remember the putties before they had the emblem in the
yeah,
middle where you could punch them and then they disappear. So it turned into me being glued in front of the screen and me calling my dad who was at work on base, asking him has he met any Power Rangers. That was my first memory, somewhere around 4 or 5, like because I'm of the impression like, oh, these people just running around, how you go be them, right? And I want to say there's a second memory because by this point I've been watching it for a while. Do you remember when Tommy put out those workout videos?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I had both those in the tuck, man.
Really?
I was
Wow,
ready to go. That's how I learned about mountain climbers. That exercise was doing. Yeah.
wow. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, man. So no, my early memory was it was sitting there around 4, and I think that was when even my brothers actually enjoyed watching with me and going through that whole process, man. I saw myself in Zach. I did. I saw myself in Zach, bro.
Understand, man. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, I saw myself in Zach. So I was about 4 years old, man, when I first started watching.
Mhm.
I also didn't know it came out around the time of the year I was born anyway. So we were already 2, 3 seasons in by the time I really caught on to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Same for me, man. It was so my earliest memory is not of Mighty Morphin at all, actually. It's actually Turbo, the season Turbo that
Ooh,
came out.
okay.
That's my first memory. And it's one of my earliest memories because my parents, I was living of course with my parents, and they were going on a fishing trip. So I had to go stay around the corner at my neighbor's house.
Hmm.
7 in the morning. I still remember I had the little mini Ziploc bag of Apple Jacks. I still remember this day. It's like 98. And it's I'm over there because I don't want to go. That's the thing. I'm like, I want to be with y'all. What y'all mean? Where y'all going? I want to go with y'all. And you mean I gotta go
Right.
over here to a friend's house? One of y'all friends? I don't even know their kids. And so I'm over here annoyed. I remember walking in their kitchen. They had a nice bomb ass kitchen. They were doing financially better than us, so they looked good in there. And so I remember cutting on the TV, Channel 2, Fox Kids, and it's like honestly, I think it was probably like the first or second episode of Turbo. Because mind you, with the Turbo episode, the Rangers were graduating, and I
Yeah.
remember that one vividly. And I'm just like, I'll be honest, it's kind of crazy. The first people I remember seeing were the Pink and Yellow Rangers, the Tanya and Cat, and
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
young 5-year-old boy. I like to see that. So it was like,
Respect.
oh,
Respect.
cool. And that was one of the earliest things I remember is that. And it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tap into this. Now, my dad, if you ask my pops about this, he has a totally different answer. He would tell you, oh, well, when I worked nights to keep him busy while I slept, I would tie him to a pillow and just sit Power Rangers up. and just have him there so he won't run away. That's exactly what Pops tell you. Pops will tell you he had me watching Power Rangers. Mind you, I don't have a memory, but he like, yeah,
Yeah.
he was like 2 or 3, and Power Rangers, VR Troopers, them shows would be on. I would tie him to a pillow so he couldn't run off the bed and couldn't fall over, and he just tap in and just watch that while I slept. And I'm
I
like,
know
all
you were
right,
a
cool.
kid. I know you were a kid, but it's hilarious that a pillow was enough to weigh you down.
Yeah,
Like,
and he
I know
said,
you were
yeah,
a child, but like tying you to a pillow and it's like boom, there you go. That's enough. That's your paperweight. That's
yeah,
hilarious just to
and
watch
that's
Power Rangers.
to me. I'm like, I don't remember any of that, so I don't know. But it's one of those things where that was my first memory, and then it was honestly, I remember after that, Lost Galaxy. I remember watching the very first episode of Lost Galaxy because
Okay.
my that's when, mind you, I just said my dad worked nights at one point. Well, he was working matter of fact, he still was working nights. Matter of fact, he was still working nights and he was coming home. So me then with Lost Galaxy, I'm like 7 at that point, probably 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I would wake up like, oh, Pop's getting home at like 7 o'clock. I wake up so I can see my dad before he go to sleep.
Mhm.
Cut the TV on. He come home with McDonald's breakfast. Cut it right on. Lost Galaxy, and it's like, oh,
Mm.
so those are like the first early memories that I got, and it kind of all go back to my dad, just because he was like he put it on me because he's a fan of Voltron.
Tough. Yeah.
And mind you,
Tough.
Voltron, when you really look at it, is essentially just animated Japanese Power Rangers,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
literally.
That's pretty
So
much all it is. That's
yeah,
literally all it is. So
yeah.
hey man, so you miss because Mighty Morphin by the time you were coming along would have been out since 92. So you missed Zeo as well
Yeah,
before you got
yeah,
into
yeah.
Turbo.
In real time, I missed them, and so and that's the good thing. Like back then, Fox Kids, mind you, they were essentially they had other shows, Beast Morphers, NASCAR racers,
Yeah.
Spider-Man Unlimited. They had shows, but Power Rangers was their big driving force. So I remember they were used to have, and then mind you, another part of our childhood that got taken away. They had Fox Kids where it came on every day during the week.
Every day. Yeah.
Like we had
Yeah.
they had that, what is it, 2 to 5 block like during the afternoon where they played Fox Kids stuff.
Mhm.
So they would have back then they had power playback. That's what it was. And they'd have it where like an hour every day they would be playing Mighty Morphin. So that was how
Right.
I was able. I'm watching 2 seasons at the same time because they throw that's how they were airing them. They like, hey, we got the new episodes of whatever season is out, but we
Mhm.
also, because we Fox Kids and Mighty Morphin is the biggest thing in the world still. They were just replaying old episodes because I remember they
Y-
used to have it where they would have categories. They'd be like, oh, we got like the Blue Ranger episode. So they give you 2
Yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
Ranger focused joints.
Yeah. You know what was big for me during the time frame? It wasn't just Power Rangers, it was also the supporting cast of shows. When
Yeah,
I so it was Voltron, VR Troopers,
that's my, yeah.
and Beetleborgs.
Hmm.
So it was like it was constantly people morphing into something, and then Power Rangers was just the one where it's like, yeah, now we're here, man. So
Yeah,
I think having those surrounding because VR Troopers, I'm not gonna lie, it was Power Rangers, Beetleborg, Voltron was cool, but I hated VR Troopers because I couldn't understand it. I was too young.
really,
I
really.
couldn't understand at the time because right,
Okay.
like remember it, VR Troopers had already been out and it just looked like the cheap Power Rangers. That's how my
Yeah,
eyes were
yeah,
perceiving them. And it's like there's only a couple of y'all. It's like, yeah, y'all kind of so it wasn't the same, but I do know I went into full gear. Power Rangers was amazing. I think the fandom was sealed when Zeo came out.
yeah,
When Zeo came out, because you were able to capture my attention as a kid from a transition of what was a juggernaut of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then you still came in and you had to use some of the characters that we already like because we felt the way after that transition.
yeah,
You got rid of Trini, you got rid of Zach, and it's like, yeah, these two are cool, but that's not
yeah.
what it is, bro. So and they
Exactly.
got rid of Jason too. I remember that and bringing Jason back. So okay, now would you want to tackle your best seasons first or your best characters?
Actually, you know what? Let's do characters. Let's do characters.
Characters.
Let's do characters.
Okay, so when we do characters, are we talking about the literal character or the fit they had? Because those are two You know what I'm saying? Like there's a couple designs that they had that I could hate the character, but that
Hey,
was
you know what?
cold.
You brought in a good. Actually, you just brought in a good question. So let's do that. We could do the characters, and you could say the best suit character that you
Okay.
could do that. Yeah, you could just do that.
Okay. I'm gonna go from three to one. My third favorite character was Andros from
Okay.
Power Rangers in Space.
Okay.
He he had a dedicated mission, man. Bro,
Mhm.
like they just happened to be here. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. I was thugging it out since a kid on this war-torn planet. Y'all coming with these pleasantries talking about I'm crazy. Sir, do you see outside? I'm trying to find I got my brother out here doing what we need to do. And man, Andros had dedication that could not be
Yeah.
matched.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I could go past my bias. I would love to find someone else, but the other two fall back to Mighty Morphin because that's what I came up with. Between Tommy and Zach, it goes back and forth. They can rotate at where the one was. Zach having Zach showing racism that I couldn't process as a kid because everybody else had actual karate moves and you gave this man choreography of dancing to make it through.
Bebop,
Looking back on it,
hip
Zach,
hop keto.
you feel me? Zach made it great to not have a hairline for a period of time
Yeah.
and slid by that. I hated the fact that he was stuck with the mastodon though,
Yeah.
but they redeemed him in the moments where he got to wear the vest from the Green
Yes.
Ranger. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Redeeming real
tough,
good.
tough.
Absolutely.
And I also love so where there was also an appreciation. There was a time frame because this goes for both Tommy and Zach. You remember that period of time where they were about to make a rated R Power Rangers movie?
Yeah.
You saw that clip, right? They
Hmm.
had Zach on some monster time, bro.
Yeah,
They had
bro.
him,
Yeah. Yeah. He had that man was in there hip hop keto to the fullest in there
man,
with the
it-
lines going
with the
dumb.
lines, with the women in the background while he training, right? They laying in bed, he training, and then even when they walked down on him, he said, "Just do it." He knew he was
Yeah.
that. He even yeah, okay. So I like Tommy, and I like Tommy for what the Green Ranger was.
Okay.
The Green Ranger and that personality of man is like, yeah, I was just trying to mind my business. Y'all want to be the cool martial arts kids and whatever the case may be, putting hands and feet on people. And he was a one-man show, bro.
Yeah.
He was a one-man wrecking show. And but his character personality, why I like those three, because their personalities brought so much to the show
Hmm.
that you can't imagine it without them. There's many
Yeah.
replaceable people to me. And Power Rangers in Space was them to me at that time as a kid. Like I don't want to deep dive it. Like I was really introspective
Hey,
then.
if you
But
got
it
to,
felt
go
like
ahead.
well, no, because it felt like they were looking for something.
Mm. Yeah.
Right. This just happened to work because of how good his character was. Because again, you're still using similar formulas. You took characters previously in Turbo and moving them there. That's your transition phase to try to hand it off. You took arguably one of the worst characters in Turbo to try to force him over here in Space. We didn't forget that.
What you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah. TJ Dirt,
Whoa,
TJ Dirt.
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
sorry.
whoa, whoa.
I'm
See,
sorry.
we gonna have
I'm
to stop
sorry.
right there. We gonna have
He's
to stop.
dirt, bro.
Whoa,
TJ,
whoa, whoa. No, no,
horrible
no
leader.
TJ slander. What? How?
Horrible leader. He was
No,
a horrible leader,
no, no,
and he was a
never.
terrible Blue Ranger. He was he might go down as one of the worst Blue Rangers. And blue is one of those colors
I
of the
don't know,
Rangers where it's
man.
like they are respectable. He's not even. Come on, man. TJ,
I see that. I look at TJ totally different. I look at him. Cause that's the
you
thing. You
look at him
say,
because he was a relatable black character, but he was a terrible. He was a terrible character, bro.
and you see, but I actually know because so. And before I even like, I'm not to cut you off because like when you say that about Andros, if you remember, one of the biggest moments in space, TJ was the one that fixed everything. When they had the Psycho Rangers come in,
Yeah.
nobody knew how to beat them. Who knew how to do it? TJ. He said, "Hey, you know what? Why don't we all act like we blue? Why don't we all act like we blue and throw all this off? Because you got to think the Psycho Rangers was the biggest
Woo,
thing that they
hands and
had
feet.
for real. You feel me?
Yeah, hands
So,
and feet.
like,
do I give him credit because you were the only adult in the room of kids?
He, he was a kid too, though. Oh
TJ
no,
wasn't no
no,
kid.
he wasn't a kid. He was
Thank you.
trying to go
Thank
play
you.
baseball.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. In space, he was a grown adult.
Well, no, wait. I thought he was in school with them too, though. No, I thought all of them were
So
still
you were
in
in school
school.
in Turbo and in space? Or they just extended it to continuously make you look like he had a
I get
goatee
you. In
for a minute.
space, yeah, in space,
Bro,
in space, he was out of school. You're right. You're right. You're right.
he was grown, bro. I'm not giving you credit because
That's
now
about
all
right.
that tells me is you could have been given this type of advice from Jump Street. Bro, you let them go through all these trials and tribulations as an adult, and then all of a sudden you got some when the Psycho Rangers come out. And shout out to the Psycho Rangers, man.
I get you, man. All
They,
right.
they might be, they might be they might have set the tone for villainry that wasn't like main character villain.
Yeah.
That yeah. But those characters I mentioned, I feel like you cannot have those seasons without these people.
I got you.
Tommy being Tommy and having that leader role, and then Zach being like, it's okay to be cool and be you. That was one of the benefits of him not having a quote unquote fighting style, him just being his own personality. He was pretty much the only black person in the show, and
Yeah.
having that representation and just like it looked like you could blend in with that group. And then because remember, nobody was ever jealous of Zach. Nobody ever hated on Zach. He just had his thing and he showed love to everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Jason and Tommy being jealous of each other, whatever the case may be. You had Trini didn't really show that as much. Billy was just a nerd, but you couldn't disrespect Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those would be my three characters.
Okay.
What you looking at? What you
All
looking
right.
at?
All right. All right. So my three characters, I'm gonna go 3-1 as well. Uh actually my number three, I think my number three would be Zach. I was thinking either Zach or TJ, but I would say Zach because he's the originator. He's the first one. And
Okay.
that's a part of representation that I needed as a child. You know, it's like, hey, now we can get into the, like you said, we can get into the racism part too of, oh, you made the Black Ranger
Mhm.
be black, and then you made that,
But we didn't know that until later.
the
I
Yellow
do want to put
Ranger.
that caveat. We didn't know that until later. As
Yeah,
at least we didn't know that as a kid.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's just like that representation of being a black man and being able to, like you said, be the cool dude, be able to go get your girl, even though he had his problem with the girl he was trying to date during the show on there. He was trying to get her, but it's just you got to see a black person be a hero. And it's
Yeah.
like, hey, he may not be the leader, but again, he does have some episodes that is catered directly to him, and you get to see him take the lead and take the charge. And it's like, oh, I bet. Like, I'm
Mhm.
definitely rocking with this. So I would say that's number three. That's my number three right there. Because Walter Jones, shout out Walter Emmanuel Jones. That's my dog. Like, so I always rock with him. So that's number three. My number two, my number two and my number one be real difficult because they both Mighty Morphin as well. Number two, I'm gonna say Tommy. I'm gonna say Tommy is my number two.
Okay.
And it's specifically, I honestly the opposite of you. It's really White Ranger Tommy
Ah.
because mind you, like I said, when me, especially with like I told you, I was seeing Mighty Morphin later. I saw the movie, like I saw like the movie first. So I'm seeing White Ranger Tommy.
So the Ivan Ooze movie?
Right. Like
That was your
if I'm
introduction?
not
Oh, that's
mistaken,
tough
that's
because
like that's kind
he
of like
was
my
so cold.
you got to think that movie was just about him. It was really Tommy and the gang. That's what that movie was. It was Tommy and the gang.
From the intro, him
Oh,
coming in on the
talking about-
snowboard where everybody, oh my,
yeah. So that was my first thing, and it was like, oh man, like, oh yeah, Tommy the one, and then it was honestly my number one is Billy. Billy's my number one, and Billy's my number one because he's the reason my favorite color is blue. The Blue Ranger, like the Blue Ranger was a thing when I saw it. Like I saw that. The color blue was always my favorite color already. So seeing him, I already had an affinity for that because oh, he blue, cool. Then it was the inner workings of who Billy was. It was he's a nerd. He's a super smart kid.
yeah,
He's smart. He knows how to work with technology and devices, and that's kind of me. Like honestly, like growing up, being as a kid, seeing that was me to a fault. Just I wasn't white. That was the only difference. And like honestly, I
Billy,
could say literally my career path kind of like it all kind of is in that vein of Billy. It's just like
yeah,
I'm a nerd, computers, technology, build stuff. Like That's why it's like I'm like this to Billy the character of
I
not knowing
I
certain
don't
things, being awkward. Yeah.
let me give Billy a shout out because I had the Game Gear as a kid, the Sega Game Gear. And that Power Rangers game, the
Hmm.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie game,
Yeah.
Billy was so cold. He was so cold in that game, man. Man, look, Billy, you know what? I'm not mad at you saying Billy was a heavily underrated character, and he set the tone for allowing that type of nerdism in Power Rangers going forward, especially selling that to an American culture. I'm not mad at that. That's a great honorable mention. I hated his return, and the boy
Yeah. Yeah.
he looked bad, man.
Little
He
Botox out.
looked, woo,
Little
man, boy,
Botox out.
age
Yeah.
was not gentle to
Yeah.
him, man. That's tough. Okay. Okay, so best outfits,
Now, when you say outfits, are you saying like they personal fits, or are you just talking about the Power Ranger suits? Let me be
the
clear.
suits,
Oh,
the
okay,
suit,
so bet. Oh,
suit.
all right, bet. So
All right, we could go one for one here too. Like, so
we
you,
could do that.
yeah,
We could do that one for one, so that way we can't even say the same thing. We're gonna do that. Let's do that.
yeah. I'm not mad at that. All right, you want to go first because I feel like there's gonna be at least one where we cross paths, and if we can't say the same one,
Yeah.
I also
Okay.
I'm also confident there might be ones that I pick that you may not got. So you want
Oh,
to go
absolutely.
first?
All right. So I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna say, uh, I think my first. Well, I'm gonna say this not because it's my favorite suit. It's my favorite suit, favorite character. I'm gonna say it so you can't go Zeo. That is my favorite. That is my number one. And
Mm.
then it's also my number one, like because if anybody knows the comics, like I haven't read the comics, but I just know some of that comic lore and the
Yeah,
lore of the Zeo Rangers. The Zeo Rangers
yeah,
are the most powerful Rangers, period.
yeah, yeah.
Because the Zeo powers grew over time, they keep growing. So Go Zeo is the most powerful actual Ranger.
Yeah.
So and
You
that
going
Zion,
for the
that
boss
black
of
with
the
the gold,
outfits.
like
Yeah,
dang, I have the Zeo, the gold Zeo staff right here. Like it's like this tall. I got it right here. It's like,
I I am getting the helmet. There's no ifs, ands, or
oh
buts.
yeah,
I have to
oh yeah,
man, it's the boss alpha outfit.
yeah.
Alpha by alpha we all want to wear Gold Zeo.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Bro,
I love it
it's
on
so
Twitter.
tough.
People have a lot of people on Twitter. They got like profile pictures of Go Zeo with the hotel hat on. Like a
Yeah,
lot
man,
of people
bro.
got that. It's
Yeah,
funny.
man. That one's tough. Okay. I'm going, I'm gonna start off with simplicity.
Okay,
The Silver Ranger from In Space.
okay. I like that. I like that.
Straight, sleek to the point, and it's the helmet that sold it because you remember all of them had each color patch, right?
Hmm.
Pink, black, red, yellow, whatever. His was just the gold and green, but it was the helmet.
Yeah.
That thing had a gloss and being from tech, that whole candy paint with the gold trim around the visor and
Hey,
the silver. Ooh, boy, man. That's matter of fact, it was because of that Ranger where on the flip side, when they tried to run that color scheme back, it was
hmm.
trash. The
Yeah.
Titanium Ranger,
Yeah.
dirt,
They
dirt.
tried to.
That fit
It
was
does not hit.
buns, bro.
It did not
Buns,
hit. I'm
man.
with you on that one
Yeah.
for sure.
Nah, Silver Ranger when
Silver Ranger's
Andros
tough.
found his brother. Yeah.
Silver
That's what
Ranger's tough. Silver Ranger tough. All right. So I think my second one. Uh, honestly, yeah, White Ranger, Mighty Morphin, Tommy.
you can't be mad
That's
at that.
you can't go wrong with
Can't be
that
mad at
one.
that.
That one because for me, it was kind of like the evolution of the Green Ranger because he still had the shield. It's
Yeah.
and then he had Saba. I'm sorry, bro. Saba was so cold to me. Bro, my car is named Saba. I
You
named
got a
my car
talking
that.
sword, bro. That's not
Like
you
that was
can't.
so G to me. And then he was the control to the Megazord to the Tigerzord. Like that was
Yeah,
cold. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like all of that was fire. So I would say the White Ranger, like that. Like anybody who know me, my car's name is Saba the White Tiger, and you have to say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. Saba, comma the White Tiger. But yeah,
Um, was it better in the show or the movie?
it was better in the show. I personally hate the movie Suits. I hate
You're
how
a
they
sick
did the
man.
movie, and
I
the
don't know
reason I
who
hate
hurt
it is
you.
just
You're a sick man.
they did it. They made them all shiny. It kind of looked like super shiny, super like the only I would say the only thing I liked about the White Ranger suit in the movie is the actual the shield part, because of
Right.
course in the show it sometimes it looked plastic, and flimsy. So that's the only thing I did like about the White Ranger suit was the shield in the movie, because it was like
But,
metal, it was real.
but the gloss was to help, the ooze fall off. That sounds crazy saying out loud, but knowing that sounds wicked when you say it like that. The
We also
villain
got to
was.
talk about ooze was the pre-precedence for lean. We got to talk about that. Ivan
I
Ooze was
can't.
Future's grandfather.
I can't say it was the pre-precedent because I'm from Texas. What I can say was his villainry and his role was heavily boosted living in Texas because of the purple. Yeah, because you have to remember that movie came out
95.
95. Okay. Big Mo, if he wasn't so big, and may he rest in peace, I'm sure would have pulled up in an Ivan Ooze outfit to do some of these things. Yeah, Ivan Ooze. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Magna Defender from Lost Galaxy.
Okay. Okay.
There's
Okay.
no other fit like it.
I like that.
He came out of there looking like a warrior. He looked like a gladiator in
Yeah.
space. Magna Defender. The sword turning into the shoddy.
Yeah. That was so cold. So cold. So cold. I'm with you. I like that. And you know what's crazy? When I talk to a lot of people, they do say that. They bring up Magna Defender.
He is the only cape I appreciate in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
He's the only cape I appreciate. What
Yeah.
up, Neat?
I ain't want much. I just wanted to pop in and say what's up. Love y'all boys, man. You know what I mean? Y'all hold it down for the
Yes,
gang.
sir.
You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean?
Y- Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I
Keep
look
it
at him. He
above, keep it a
already
bean.
dressed and ready.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We got things to do today. You dig what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
celebrating the homies. You feel me? But I just wanted to pop in and say what's up. Love y'all. Keep it above, keep it a bean, keep it clean and all of that. And get up out of here, man.
Yes,
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all
sir.
boys.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure.
But Magna Defender was him
Yeah.
dunking.
Yeah. For
Him
sure.
dunking, man. Him dunking. It again, only one with the cape. Now I'm okay with it.
Okay. I'm with you.
He might be ranked as one of the hardest Power Rangers, period, when you go by just what he was able to do.
You know
But nah,
what?
I'm gonna leave it at the
I
fit for
agree.
now.
No, I agree with you, because think about it, like what you explained about the Green Ranger, right? Man Defender came in on that too. He said, "Hey, bro, I'm just trying to kill because they killed my son. I'm
That's
on
it.
that.
I'm spinning the block.
I'm
His
on
whole
that."
thing was spinning the block. That's it. He was here to spin the block. That's
Yeah,
it. That was his whole purpose. I'm running down on him. Whatever y'all do is not my business. Stay out of mine. I'm here for a
yeah,
purpose, bro. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
Magna
I'm
Defender.
with you.
That's what I'm going with.
So, all right, my last one, because I was making sure I said those so you wouldn't take them. So, shoot, what's my last one? Honestly, I'm gonna kind of follow the same vein. The White Dino Ranger.
Mm, the villain.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
because he
mm.
followed the same vein of the Green Ranger. Like that's why I appreciate Dino Thunder to a very degree. Mind you, they brought back Tommy, but it's one of those things that one kind of followed the Mighty Morphin formula in a sense of
Okay.
it. Of you got the kids who are they not friends, but they associates in school. They find out your power was cool, and then you had the other homie who come in, but he ends up being evil,
Yeah.
like Tommy esque, and he came in mollywopping shit at just all the way. You got to think he put Tommy in stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real
It,
a kid putting the adult in the stone.
it was old Tommy, bro. Like Tommy in his
Hey,
50s at this
no,
point.
and this the real point. This the real crazy part of how time worked. That nigga was only 30. Tommy then was only
In real
30.
life, yes. In real
Well,
life. But yes. In the show, he might
and
as well have been 50.
I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. But yeah, though,
The
like he
fit
was
was
he was
crazy.
Molly, and he was the fit was fire. And then the fact, and I even say I appreciated him more when he was under the evil villainy control, because
Yeah.
he had no games played. Hey, I'm here on action. I'm trying to put y'all in the dirt. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
So, and the fit was just crazy because it was like the white, and then the dagger, like the sword dagger he had was like it was just so like it was kind of like curved. It was just
yeah.
different. It was a
It was
different
like
formula that we had.
it was almost like an homage to the green and white, the original Green and White Ranger, because that weapon could have been both.
Well, yeah,
The
I never
in the
thought of that, but
design of it.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
because that whole premise was them bringing him as evil, especially considering the color white and what that usually means in general. You went from the original White Ranger being a hero. By the time you get to him, now he's the villain, and just being able to flip that coin from I respect it, because even the shield,
Yeah,
he was a White Ranger, but he had the shield over his suit too. So it was, I felt like that was just an homage to the original. Oddly enough, you bring him as the villain to
mhm,
Tommy, who was
yep,
the Black Ranger at that time, and Donald Trump. Like, so it was like he was fighting himself.
yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah,
love how you said that. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I picked up on. I remember watching that. I was like, oh, okay. So they just, he's fighting his evil. It would have been the Green Ranger that kept going.
Yes, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. That's
Yeah.
absolutely perfect.
With
Yeah.
that being said, I might have a three for. I have a one and then a tie for two for my last spot.
Okay.
Green Ranger
Hmm.
is the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
You having the sword flute, which was arguably the most gangster weapon in the entire Power Rangers universe, bro, just tough. Where I have to additionally give credit is I don't like the Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't like the
Okay.
fit. I hate that it's overpowered. I'm whatever. But the Red and Black Ranger with the shields,
Yeah, bro. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and that's when I realized with the Green Ranger, I was like, nah, it because it was the shield, and
It's the
remember it
shield.
came with the gold armbands on both. The accents, the features,
Yeah.
pants with the creases, prestigious when I play, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you got
You
to
feel
think, hey, bro. Matter of fact, when you think about it, when you saw like the episode when Tommy lost his power and he gave it, they shook hands and the shield trans, you actually saw how much juice the Green Ranger didn't have once that shield was off.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
looked mid as ever.
Because remember, Green Ranger, before he turned good or was trying to be good, the Green Ranger with the sword, the
Sword of
actual
Darkness was.
yeah, the Green Ranger fit was one of those like that's still one of the hardest outfits I can think of in damn near anything.
Yeah.
Anything, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going Green Ranger fit on that.
Okay. 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 Uh, my last one, I guess. I think. Hmm. Another one that I'm gonna have. I think. I'm gonna go the green. Out of Ninja Storm because I don't know. I can't.
Ooh,
I don't know the actual title of him. The
ooh.
Samurai Ranger. What was he? The Green Samurai. Yes, the Green Samurai
Yeah,
Ranger.
he was a
That's what he
samurai.
was.
Yeah,
He was a Green
ooh.
Samurai Ranger. That one. Ah, that one was
I
tough. And again, it's more so with me as a personal bias of that season is a season I got memories galore from that one. And Cam was Billy. Cam was Asian Billy.
yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah,
and it was the same thing. And then with him, it was my father's the leader, but he don't want me to fight. But then he go
yeah,
back in time and he see like, oh no, my mom, this is your destiny. You gonna end up fighting, and then you fight, and you got think about it. Green Ranger, he had the pullover shield.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
he
yeah.
had the joint, he had the Goku weighted vest essentially. It's the
Man,
I take it off and it break the ground.
right.
Then he had the
Because on the
staff.
cool, as a collective, Ninja Storm probably had the best outfits across the board.
Oh shit! I forgot the Thunder
Across the
Rangers.
board, yeah. Because
That crimson and that
yeah,
navy.
they went 5 for 5.
Yeah,
They went 5 for 5 there, or six. They went 6 for 6.
yeah,
All
they
yeah,
went nuts.
across the board, everyone had a tough hit, bro. And that's me giving credit because I wasn't a fan of that baby blue color. I wasn't, but the
I liked
fit
it
was
on
still hard.
I liked it on I think it fit having it as a female ranger. I think it
Yes.
fit better.
Yeah, but I guess at that time it's like baby blue wasn't a Power Ranger color in my mind like that, at least since like Alien Force, you
Yeah.
know. So that one was a little bit different. Okay, cool. All right. So we're gonna run through really quick give me your best seasons. Just give me your best arcs or seasons, however you want to describe it, of
Okay.
Power Rangers.
So honestly, I think I got three, and it's funny. I would say my favorite seasons would be Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm, and In Space.
Okay.
Those would be
Ninja
my
Storm,
top. Like
Ninja Storm.
those would be my top. Dino
Okay.
Thunder. It had again Dino Thunder. It followed that formula of the original series. But for
Yep.
me, I was old. Like again, this was when I was older. They was on ABC Kid. I'm able to actually tap in start to finish. And then Tommy back, like, oh, for sure. Tommy back. What you mean, dog? So I would
Yeah.
say that season, and then Ninja Storm. Like I said, I got memories. I think my most like foundational memories in my life came around that year, 2003, 2004. Of me
Okay.
turn being 10. So I got memories of watching that every Saturday, computer surfing, because that's when we got a
Yeah,
computer.
yeah,
So the
yeah, yeah,
internet, like
yeah.
I got all the memories with that one. And then I say In Space just because of the importance of that season. Like a lot of people, if you're not a big Power Rangers fan, you don't realize the season was the show was over with In Space. The show was gonna
Yep.
be over. But that season kind of resparked ratings and everything. And I'll be honest, man. And the fact that they knew it was gonna be the last season and they still acted as if it was, Countdown to Destruction, that 4-part ending, like that's one of the best endings that you can have. Like they tied
Yeah.
it up with a bow, with Zordon being the sacrificial lamb to save the universe. It was fire. So I would say In Space for like it saved the series. So that's why I also put it there.
Mhm. Yeah, because In Space saved the series, Dino Thunder revamped it. So those are two great ways. Like Dino Thunder, that's why bringing back Tommy to kind of get the adult you
Hmm.
that grew up with it as a kid, and then spark the next wave of Power Ranger watchers. That's what I understand that. I'm gonna go with In Space, Lost Galaxy. Lost Galaxy was not meant for kids.
No.
That Lost, and when I said it, like that story was so good and so emotional. You weren't supposed to watch that just as like a regular kid. If it wasn't for the age that we were at by the time that it came out, because we've now grown up with it, we've seen a lot of these kids grow up. They were dealing with real adult issues.
Hmm.
You feel me? Like Lost Galaxy was, to me, the best written story across the board, with In Space being second.
Okay.
Honestly, Lost Galaxy might be my favorite one now that I'm saying it out loud. So I have to find the number two.
Okay.
Number two, I'm gonna stick with. I know people don't really give it the credit that it deserves. I was a big fan of Turbo.
Okay.
I was a big
Okay.
fan of Turbo.
Okay.
So that's more personal bias to it. But the stories for In Space, like you said, that was supposed to be the end of Power Rangers,
Yeah.
and then Lost Galaxy was just Lost Galaxy for you to come back after the end of Power Rangers, and you then run that as your next arc
Hmm.
going into it, because now you can't go back to Earth after you just did In Space. I get
Exactly.
it, right? So now you have to move it to a completely different area. They don't know. Yeah, Lost Galaxy would be the ones for me.
Now,
Cool.
I gotta say, I love Turbo, but the knack that I have about Turbo, and this is again just because I watch the movies and all that, there
Completely
was
fine.
absolutely no reason for them to have the turbo powers at all. Like
At all.
that's why,
At
literally,
all.
because they even explain it in the movie. They only needed the powers to be able to drive the cars to where what was his name? Elgar? What was
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
needed they only needed the vehicles. They didn't actually need the suits. So for me, it's like
No.
so
It
Turbo was kind of pointless. Okay.
no no.
That's
In
how I look at
in
it sometimes.
in reality, Turbo arguably is the worst season of Power
Yeah.
Rangers altogether. It's just in my favorites because of the fact that I take from Turbo the appreciation for everything else that's not
Okay.
Turbo. I also learned that's why TJ's Buns, bro. He was Buns as a leader. You got relegated to the Blue Ranger, which you didn't deserve because blue is a respectable Ranger color outfit.
Oh
It
man.
was Buns across the board. Turbo was so terrible. It was good. Turbo is the 2B of Power Rangers.
I I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at when you look at the land, when you really look at those initial ones, I ain't mad at that because
If
this
it was,
thing, that was the one where they had like, and that's because I believe like the I think that season is so bad because of the actual Sentai version too. Like
yeah,
from what I remember and what I've heard, that Turbo season, like the entire season was supposed to be like a parody. That's why you see certain things where like the episode where they get stuck in a damn pizza.
mhm,
Like
mm.
it's that season. I think in the Japanese version of it was supposed to be like some funny comedy, more comedy than serious. You got it, the baseball episode where
Yeah,
oh you a ranger but you went in with a baseball bat.
they were so bad that they were
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And I'm mad that you. How many black leaders in Power Rangers have we had since TJ?
Since TJ, I know we've had in Beast Morphers there was one, and then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cosmic Fury and
Exactly.
Dino Fury. You had
Okay, exactly.
Zato.
The last 3 arcs. That's how
Yeah,
long of a distance
yeah.
between TJ's bum ass and the time that we got to Beast Morphers. I'm glad that you knew from between Turbo and Beast Morphers in space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury, RPM, Samurai, Megaforce, Dino Charge, Ninja Steel. That's how bad you were, TJ.
You know,
He
we might have to say that might be what we have to name this. TJ set us back as leaders. Like, because
every
now when you
step
say
that
that,
Zach
that's nuts.
did, every step that Zach did for us, you washed it away.
Oh wait, no. The leader of SPD was black. Now the
He
leader,
was. He was. You're right. You're
but
right. You're right. You're right.
that one got a lot of controversy because you got to think he ended up giving up his power, then they ended up giving it to the Blue Ranger, then they gave it to the Green Ranger. Like they
Yeah.
made like so you could say that the Red Ranger in SPD was kind of like the most transitional Ranger. Like how the Red
Yeah.
Ranger
Because
be 3
everybody
different
got your
people.
power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
still see what you mean.
You're right. You're right. Because the way that he gave up his powers, you almost don't remember.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, but he was initially. You're not wrong. But for the point of what I'm making, TJ, you are so blunt.
I'm with you.
you
I get it.
you were, bro. Okay, okay, cool. So now let's get to the big thing that you and I have been waiting for, man.
Okay.
We're here for the trial of Zordon.
Yeah.
We're coming here as judges of hindsight, and we are going to do our best to kind of just walk through some details and some perceptions to determine, was Zordon actually a good guy or not?
Yeah. Because I got some info. I just from recollection, he was a terrible leader.
Like you want to take the pros, you want to take the cons approach. You tell me. I got notes.
I got notes. I'm gonna take. I want to take straight con. I'll be honest. I want to
You
take the
take a straight
cons.
con. We can mix it. Okay, so
Oh,
I'll
we can
start off
mix
with
too.
it.
We can mix too.
Yeah,
So go
I'll
ahead.
start with it. He provided guidance and wisdom, structure, training, lessons, shaped Power Rangers into heroes, and his leadership gave young, inexperienced teens, which is probably going to be a word that comes back to haunt teens, the confidence in the direction they needed.
He was a liar, a very big liar. Because this is the first thing. He told them he made those powers originally. He told them
Yeah,
he created those Ranger powers. And
yeah,
then what happens 15 episodes later? You see Rita with a Ranger.
yeah,
Okay, what do
yeah.
you mean? And then
Okay,
hold on.
okay.
Mind you, he said he made those powers, but how come you don't know about all the other Power Rangers that's in the universe? Or like why like he's a liar. Why you ain't like think about it. And then like the ninja powers. If you made them and you got the power to give them, why they gotta go to Ninja on a ninja quest to get the powers?
Because remember, he was outside the tube. He didn't have the powers to send them there.
But is this my thing though? Why is it that why is this information given when you already are defeated? Think about it.
Because he
Think
didn't,
about it.
he didn't expect to lose. I remember Ooze was locked. He was locked up. He wasn't supposed to be free. But with that being said,
Hold on.
okay,
And see, and that's another bag. That's another. Hold on. And I'm sorry to cut out, but that's another thing that I have an issue with Power Rangers too. Like the movie and then season 3 are totally non-conflicting. Like they would think about it.
yeah,
They went and got the ninja powers because of Ivan Ooze, but then you come back to the actual show, you get the ninja powers because Rita and her brother beat y'all ass so bad, and you got to go talk to Ninjor. Like that's another
yeah.
issue I got. You're a double liar. You gave these
You know
niggas
what?
drugs and got them fucked up, and you told them Ivan Ooze was the issue, and then you
Giving
about half dead, and then now we come back. Oh wait, no, I'm in the tube. Rito Bone Skullhead ass is the one that really got us. Like, were they hot the entire
giving
time?
teens drugs is crazy. So with that being said, I will present a con.
All right.
Secretive and controlling.
Yes.
Because to your point, he withheld crucial information. Often telling the Rangers, he would only tell them like the need to know type things.
Yeah.
Now, he's significantly older. They are kids. I don't know if you can tell them everything, but he would also do that because with being secretive left them unprepared for a lot of battles where they easily could have solved the situation. And on top of being controlling, he has some strict rules, man. When you look back on it, like him telling them not to escalate fights unless it was necessary, or the not revealing identities. I understand, especially in superhero world where some people show face and some people don't, and there's pros and cons to both. But them always the nuisance of always having to find a space to get away to power up and more was like, but at the same time, as a kid, would you want that responsibility? If everybody knew you were a Power Ranger, you just trying to go to class, you got grades to do, and then somebody get in a fight in the hallway and they're like, Ev, Morph, do
Yeah.
something.
Not happy.
You know, okay. But
See.
he
Yeah.
was secretive and controlling. That's my first con that I
Okay.
present.
All right. And I'm actually going to piggyback of your con. And it's because, like you said, being in school and having to do all these other things, he didn't care about their education. He didn't care about their education. He didn't really care about their well-being. Okay. All right. He didn't care about any of that. And these were teenagers that he got. So this was the most vital thing to them. Was to being like preparing them to be great young adults and future leaders of this world. And that man said, you know what? Y'all are gonna go fight an intergalactic space war for me. I don't care about the school. I don't care about your after school activities.
Well, okay. He was a protector. He did sacrifice his physical form to remain in that time space to be able to teach them. Technically.
But think about it though. What was he physically teaching? What was he teaching them? They were teaching themselves.
He gave them powers, first and foremost. He did give them powers. He taught them how to use the powers. He provided in his protector form. That's where it goes back to the wisdom piece, because he was able to give them specific game that nobody else was getting.
Okay.
He and for the evil threats that were coming, i.e. Rita and eventually Lord Zed, you knew them. So if it wasn't for you, you know, where would they be? They didn't know what they was running up against.
All right.
I'll give a pro there.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I didn't get 2 cons, so I'm gonna give a pro. I'm gonna say a pro, and it's kind of aged into the guidance and wisdom. He did reinforce like being a positive person. He wasn't on that negative shit. He wasn't on that. He was just, hey, do right by your fellow person, save and protect. I don't like how he went about it because these were kids.
Yeah.
And I'm owning you about this. All right. He took some teenagers, and me and you discussed this before recording. He went after specific teenagers. He said, I want 5 overbearing and over emotional teenagers. We know the theme song says 5 teenagers with attitude. He never said that.
The theme song was a cover up to what he actually said.
Like
It was an attempted cleanup to the actual words he said. Because teenagers with attitude, especially when NWA is running around during that time, sounds a lot better.
You're right.
Sounds a lot. better than
Right.
overly emotional.
Like, but that's the thing. It's like, and that goes into my con of it. Of you got them that were overbearing, over emotional because you knew you could manipulate them too into doing your bidding. That's a part of.
This
That's why I look at it.
this might be the biggest con of it is the teenager aspect because you put them into life-threatening situations that kids shouldn't have to be in.
Like
Real
they're fighting
life-threatening
for their
situations
lives.
for their life. They're fighting for the world and their lives as teenagers. I don't know if did they ever specify like what grade they were in high
No,
school?
no, they
Okay,
didn't. They
cool,
never
cool,
did.
cool.
They never did. Because you had to think. Honestly, that's a bad plot hole too. Because you had to think like they graduated in Turbo. That was like 5 years.
Because I don't remember them.
The only
How
person that
often did they?
graduated from that show early was Billy. Mind you, he graduated in Zio.
Dang man, so what you
And he
saying is
graduated early. They said he graduated early.
because Billy was a genius himself. So what you saying is they dropped out? He made them drop out?
They graduated, so like they graduated in Turbo, and say like in the first 2 episodes they graduated. But like, what do you mean though? Like we got three,
He tried
four,
to
5 seasons here. What
make them
happened,
drop out? Oh,
bro?
okay.
He the Power Rangers is an adjacent of a small man militant unit.
They're
That's what.
mercenaries.
Yeah.
They were
And they was doing it for free.
for free because I was gonna say for hire, but you were they didn't even get the choice. It was just you were just scooped up mercenaries turned heroes. Okay. Yeah, that teenager one is peak. Whew. Zordon did have a limited presence.
Yep.
That's a con.
Mhm.
Because he was trapped in that time warp, which I don't think they thoroughly explained until the movie. Like the fact that tube was him being in a time warp,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And because he was trapped there, you're not able to fight alongside them. All it is, because shout out to them for having that mentality. Because I don't know me as a teen where I can have you in my ear trying to tell me what to do, and I don't see you running hands with nobody. Right? But I got to answer to you at the same time, like you
Yeah.
my OG or something like that. Like I respect you, but see me outside the tube.
Manipulation.
You feel okay? Because that was the thing that manipulation piece, him making it seem like he is the leader while heavily relying on them and the robot that you got more or less being your CNA nurse. as, as
Hey man, we got to give some
move to the
respect to Alpha, man. We got to give some respect to Alpha, man.
I am.
Alpha
That's what
5
I'm saying.
was doing.
Like Alpha, the Alpha only was Alpha because he was a robot. If Alpha was a person, they quit somewhere in this process. He had to clean and maintain the command center while you're just stuck in this tube the entire time, and then get treated like dirt in numerous situations. Every time the command center was shaking, Alpha, what's going on? Negro, you tell me with your lack of information, bro.
You right. You right. You right.
And you telling me as Zordon, you're in this tube with all of this knowledge, and you let me as Alpha get defeated with a disc?
Bro.
A
Oh
disc?
my
Ivan
God.
Ooze
Yes.
inserted a disc, a CD. And when have we seen viruses on CDs? You're a tech guy. You tell me. You tell me. You let me know. When were
That's
viruses
funny.
ever on
That's
CDs?
funny. That's funny, bro. You got me. You got me. You got me.
Alpha, with all his intelligence. Come on, man. Yeah, that limited presence.
Yeah.
That directly ties into the manipulation piece because he was stuck in this. How you gonna tell me what to do when you not outside?
Yeah. And you telling me what to do because you lost. You telling me what to do because you lost. You're in the tube because you lost.
Oh yeah. You know what? It might have been. There might not have been Power Rangers if you had more black representation. Because I can't see you telling these black kids like, "Hey, big dog, what you
Yeah.
mean?"
Yeah.
I never seen you slide. I never
Never.
seen you slide.
Never.
We don't even get flashbacks until the most recent Power Rangers movie of
Correct.
Zordon being outside. What was the one
Yeah.
that 2017? Until
Yeah.
2017. We got 25 years of you not sliding,
That's
but telling people what to
crazy.
do.
Crazy. Very
That's
crazy.
top tier manipulation.
That's and that's what I mean, bro. Like Zordon was a narcissist.
Ooh,
Zordon was
ooh,
a narcissist. Okay?
ooh,
Okay.
ooh. A
Because this is the thing.
narcissist.
This is the thing, right? So because this really the real joint, right? Even when we get to in space, you mean to tell me you've known for 6 years to dead all this? All we gotta do is kill you? All we gotta do is slice your tube and it's gonna wipe everything of purity.
Wait. So we're saying we don't give credit for the final sacrifice. That's not a positive.
It's a actually no. Matter of fact, fuck no, we don't. Fuck no. You know why? You know why we don't? Because that sacrifice didn't do shit. Because guess what? He sacrificed all this purity and all this shit. And what happened? The next season, we got motherfucking Trakina and a damn spider. Like, come on,
For the
bro.
record,
You didn't get
for the
everybody.
record, In Space was supposed to be the last season. It was
Hey.
supposed to be the last season. So if they stopped right there, you don't get points for
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. All right, we saw Zordon and Rita turn human and hug up and kiss, and then we saw them come back 20 years later. We've seen them come back. So, bro, your sacrifice was for nothing.
So he has no pros, is what you're saying. Because essentially, if we walk this backwards, what you're saying is if he could have made the sacrifice up front, it
The
doesn't matter
moment
that you
Rita
have
come back, the moment Rita, and that's the even a crazier thing. That means that you knew before you sent her away for them 10,000 years that if you was just going to eclipse, if you was just going to crack your time warp, it heals all. You knew this. The nigga is a narcissist. You've known this for over 10,000 years. And you were getting kids to do your bidding. For what? If you knew you had kids doing your bidding to mitigate, think about it. He was trying to mitigate risk when he was the actual X factor.
he was the risk.
Instead of instead of
He
just
was the
doing what
risk.
needed, instead of doing what needed to be done, that nigga just said, you know what? I'm gonna push killing myself off, so y'all just keep fighting. Think about it. And he didn't care nothing about the universe. He didn't care about Earth. He didn't care about Angel Grove. He didn't care
He
about the
did.
taxpayers. He didn't care about that shit. You saw that shit get
The
destroyed every week.
taxpayers. Because even before that, to your point as well, before he was the Zordon in the time warp, he was a dirtbag as like just a regular moving person. Not dirtbag is strong, but he wasn't flawless,
Yeah.
right? He wasn't this pure figure. He had terrible past decisions. He was involved in intergalactic conflicts when they tell his story. And he was always like that morally gray character, which probably led to his actual color scheme. Anyway, yeah,
Man. When you really
yeah.
like this is the thing, watching it with adult eyes, you get to look at it. And it's like, think about it. In space, you had Andros sacrifice yourself, wipe everything. If you do that 4 years
Man.
earlier, you don't even need Andros. You don't even need TJ. You need none of them. You don't need nobody. Because the deed is done. Think about it. You could have stopped Lord Zed and Master Val and all them before them niggas even touched Earth.
That's a fact. That is
Like,
a fact.
like,
Yeah, man. So, okay. But if it wasn't for Zordon, we don't have Power Rangers. That's all I got. No, that's
you
all. That's
only
all I
got
got.
Power Rangers because the nigga lost. And see, that's even crazier, bro. Instead of accepting the true defeat, he put his big ass head in a globe. Because the true defeat was the sacrifice to save all. And he said, fuck that. I'ma sit in the globe. And then I'm gonna go get you 5 little niggas. When shit pop off, I'm gonna get you little niggas to come on because I know y'all gonna do my bidding. Come on,
Because
bro.
everybody you sealed away spun the block on you. From Ivan to Rita.
They slid on you.
And Rita was supposed to be your girl. She was supposed to
Sled,
be. She's just a scorned woman.
sled. Like I ain't gonna
She
lie, I got a comparison I want to make. I don't want to make it because we may not be able to put this out afterwards. But I want to make.
I feel like I have an idea of where this comparison is going.
Who you think? Say the letter.
The letter is
Say the letter.
say the letter is
Say the letter. And I say the letter, and I'll tell you if it's true or not.
Are you saying Zordon was a Pied Piper?
Oh fuck me! I wasn't even gonna go that far, but yeah,
Oh,
he
okay,
was.
cool.
I was gonna talk about another tyrant dictator that he was that's no longer with us. That began with H. Zordon was Hitler. But I like that
I
Pied
will,
Piper because we can go. I got another claim that he's a foul.
because it. Oh yeah, it's yeah. We about to walk that path. All right.
32 years, man. Happy anniversary.
Was Zordon using the? Was Zordon? Are you saying that he was potentially getting ready to use the Power Rangers to take over? Had he been left to his own devices?
I say yeah, because this is the thing. Think about it. He did all this shit not in good faith. And when you really think about it now, if we
Because it's all
know,
fruit of a poisonous tree at that point.
yes, if you know you sacrifice yourself and you save all, and you go this entire time letting them fight, letting them lose for the gain of I'm going to teach you all along the way, you're only fucking doing that for your own gain when you know the true nature of what it should be. So it has to be you. You're gonna be doing this for some other bidding.
That's
Yeah, that's why we having this trial. He was not a good guy, and lo and behold,
forcing children into work slavery is a problem. That's a big problem.
was the command center a concentration camp?
Ooh, man, because you kept forcing them to come. You had a direct route to a place that's in the middle of the desert, which is absolutely insane because you could have had an office in the downtown of Angel Grove and they could have had it within walking distance.
And thank God for Billy. If it wasn't for Billy being able to make it where they can morph, where they can like teleport, they would have to use a lot of gas to get over there. All right.
Did they drive at that point?
Well, yeah, because remember Billy had the little beetle because he ended up making it where it can fly.
Yeah. Where were the parents? If we go with the Pied Piper, analogy, where were the parents in all of this?
You only think about it. You only saw them like twice for a while. Like I remember seeing the parents when they all got together and got kidnapped. When after Green Ranger lost his powers and came back in season 1, and then you never saw him again. I think till like season 3 when they talking about Kimberly parents being divorced again. Like you don't really talk about the parents.
How many times can your kid come home beat up,
battered, bruised, tired? I know the grades were slipping.
So Zordon was not only deploying a conservatorship,
bro. We can go.
He was utilizing the cycles of abuse that was happening and making it seem like Rita was the ops when the entire time it was Rita. Rita was in a way trying to free them in it. She was trying to cause destruction on Earth, and mind you, because we're only watching her do this because you stabbed her in the back. She might have been going evil eventually. I'm not going to take that away, but she was going evil over there. Like not on Earth. She was going evil over there, wherever y'all were, somewhere else in this galaxy. And you landed on Earth. She was coming to Earth to find you, to spin the block on you. And you got these kids to protect you because unlike her, who was trapped in what's essentially a trash can that you threw into space,
which that's just so nuts. That's so nuts.
And disrespectful. You melted Ivan Ooze, which is also disrespectful. And now here you are laid up in this cryogenic sphere, and you go make them protect you because you can't even run the hands no more. Yeah. And realistically, if they just crack it, if you could have solved all this in the Power Rangers movie, and if you would have died respectfully, none of the rest of it exists. When he cracked that tube just to get his ones with you.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, bro, we tapped it. Like, you see,
Guilty.
he's guilty,
He's
bro.
guilty.
He is not. He was a terrible leader because he was a villain, and to a degree.
Zordon not being for the people is, oh, that's tough. Oh, that's tough. That was
Wolf in sheep's clothing.
yeah, everything from Mighty Morphin through Lost Galaxy. No, I'm sorry, Lost in Space. Everything from Mighty Morphin to Power Rangers in Space is null and void if you just get rid of Zordon. So Power Rangers shouldn't even really start until Lost in Space is what we're talking about.
It shouldn't. You shouldn't. You honestly should be worried about Lost Galaxy, Terra Venture. That's because that's what I mean. He think about it. At the beginning, he says like he is the Morphin Grid. He created the powers. But what happens? We eventually find out it's a planet called Miranoid where niggas can just get the powers by pulling the sword out the motherfucking stone. Where did that come from?
Oh shit! So
Like, he's a liar,
he's
cheater.
He lied habitually. He's a
He
habitual.
lied. He lied. And that's my whole thing. He lied.
Man, get Zordon out of here. No.
And
Finding out that the ops is right, man. That's like, oh, that's tough. That's hilarious too. That is hilarious, man. Zordon guilty. Zordon, you bum, you alleged PDF, you slave master, there's so many terms. Dang.
and then he did really, and think about it, in Turbo, he really did enact in child warfare. He went and got an 11, 12-year-old kid.
And made him drive illegally.
Made him drive. Like, think about it. You hated Rocky. I personally hate Rocky. You hated Rocky so bad, that man hurt his back in a karate tournament, and you said you're fired. A back injury. He could have healed. Think about it. By Turbo, he was healed. When the Turbo show started, he was healed up. He was healed. And say, oh, Justin, you can go and come on. It was no, Rocky, you're the fuck out of here. Child warfare. That he was trying to start the cycle over.
So
he was Leo DiCaprio.
Niggas
started aging out.
He just kept his favorite in Tommy.
Yeah, he kept his bad bitch.
So Zordon was essentially telling him to take that.
Yes. Yeah.
He was telling them boys to go get the cheesecake down the block.
Go get it. Go get it. And I'm gonna give you, and I'm a breadcrumb you all your information, all your special powers, all your abilities. I'm breadcrumbing you until you need it. He's a narcissist, man. He's a narcissist, man. He tied it up in a nice little bow to make us enjoy it, but that's a part of it, man. He indoctrinated us too. Dead ass.
Hey, man, the Power Rangers 32nd anniversary coming up.
Hey, man.
And what I need you to do as a listener is just bypass the disgusting, awful filth of a character that Zordon is and invest in the kids. Yes. Not his way. Invest in the kids and support their endeavors to fight evil. Because just like in real life, the evil wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the sins of the father.
And think about it, he was a father figure to them.
An abusive, non-present,
man,
terrible father. Oh gosh, man, that has been a Power Ranger shout out to a court trial and and judgment of a one-off for the Keep It Clean podcast, man. It's Morphin time for y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please tap in with us on all DSPs and as well as the YouTubes, TikToks, Instagrams, Twitter coming soon to you. We appreciate y'all, and we are out of there.
May the power protect you.
May the power protect you. Oh gosh, man.
Now, that's a good one.